Hey guys, what's up? It's Explosion99, and I'm here today with another map review, and then this one is Abandoned Village by RyanKolaini. I'm sorry if I butcher names, that's not my best trait. Anyways, let's kick off. Pick a side, and we'll choose blue. Go all the way over to spawn. It's loading. So you spawn sort of like in Lighthouse off to like a little floating thing off to the side, and as you see, it launches you out right there. And if you can tell, this is the flag building. There's the flag post right there. They won't let me in now, but anyways, it's just basically a little hut, lapis roof, and a couple little people heads in here, little back window. I don't know why you need this stuff. So you walk out of spawn, you get launched here, and this is on top of here. Now once you're launched on top of here, there's not really any way to get down except kind of like go over to the edge and climb down the walls, but I'm pretty sure that spawn protection won't be a problem here, except for defending. Someone could just walk in with spawn protection and defend the flag like that, and that's not going to be fun. So anyways, spawn, not really too much not excited about this look. Maybe make it like cobblestone like this, expand it further back, because a ninja who has the flag could probably like pearl in here and either camp on like one of these ledges right here, or come over to the back one, although this would require a lot of skill. Or if you're like an engineer and you're coming out, you place your teleporter right as you're walking out, and then you could just sit in there and camp with the flag if you're an engineer, except you could probably get headshotted, but not if you have your turret up right next to it. Anyways, we'll go on to the building surrounding it. So surrounding the flag base, we'll call it that, you have four main little like huts with kind of like walls cut open. There's another one right here, but I'll talk about these for right now. Now as you can see, the roofs are lapis. Now lapis is a spawn block, so I mean other players of the other team could just simply, walk on up here and then they die, as well as people from blue could just come up here and they'd regenerate health. And this would not require a lot of stuff. So like, let's say you're heavy, you're in here, you're fighting and stuff like that, you're down to like half a heart, just quickly run over here, like sprint and jump, and next thing you're here, you can regenerate your health without using any stake, jump back and walk right back into the flag room. So that would be really bad. Basically it's cobblestone, couple vines up here. You should probably put some vines on these structures, make them look more like it. Now of course I'm doing blue side, I haven't done red side, but anyways, little blocks that are off, mismatched. So change the roofs of this as well as here, like at least make it like wool if you want to keep the blue color. Add more vines all over the place. Maybe add like vines so that you can climb up here. And the ways into the flag room, there's three main ways. You have the sides, these two sides right here that you can just walk into. Now you do have this little hole in the wall, but I mean, good luck trying to get in there. You're better off just sort of going around, or if you're a soldier you could probably get in there, just wall climb in there. You have these sort of sponge waterways that you can get launched into. So I kind of like this idea, except I think it's a good distance away from this. And then above the flag you have a ninja capper entrance, but of course no ninja capper entrance is the same. This one happens to be covered with spawn blocks, lapis lazuli. So even if this wasn't lapis, like those rooftops, a ninja could just throw a pearl, walk down, land right here on top of the flag, and block with a sword. He gets the flag, and next thing he's halfway across the map. So that's a problem. I'd probably recommend like putting two, one right here, another one right here, to prevent this sort of ninja capping. make it far enough so this way it doesn't happen. And of course, you're going to play with trial and error on that. Essentially, keep the same look. You know, if you're going to use like these type of windows down here, make these windows. If you're going to put like holes in the wall, put holes in the wall on all the structures rather than just the main flag room. As for the flag room, you have down here, not really too interesting. I know an engineer can't camp down here, but probably in one of these little side huts you could set up a little engineer turret stand. So that's basically it for the flag room. I mean, there's a few pots here. I don't know what these pots serve as. I think they're just flowers going out of the ground, maybe cracks and crevices. But that can get annoying during PvP or recapping and stuff like that. But anyways, on to, let's say that we were, you know, offense, trying to get the flag and stuff like that. So you come out of spawn, you land up here, probably drop down to take fall damage, or so you don't take fall damage. Rather than if you keep walking ahead and you drop down here, you'll take fall damage. So we'll just keep going. Let's say, you know, we're a typical soldier. Okay, soldier, best flag capping class there is. But you know, I'd probably, you know, climb up here, go across here. There's a lot of trees, so I think this could provide an advantage for a soldier to evade recappers. It's not really that hard to just jump across treetops like this. And as we pull into the center, there is a little tower here, but I'll talk about all this later. The center, it's very small. I know he was doing some work here to try and do that. He actually left when I was about to restart this recording. But it's very small. You could have like 5 archers on each side, just completely annihilate the center. So this can be a problem. Now there is a way to sort of fix this problem. It's to have like something like a really big pathway come across here, but have like a lot of archer cover. So this way, you know, let's say we got the flag, we're going across, the archer is filled with the center is filled with archers, excuse me. As we're going across here, we have somebody to cover, so this way archers can't, you know, just shoot us off from these treetops, and then we arrive here. Probably make these trees a little bit higher, so this way people can actually fit underneath. Center, it's kind of exciting, but it's very small. I mean, this is kind of like the one from Halo. You know, just one major thing with, you know, a couple sponges coming across the center. There's one on each side actually. There's one right here. They kind of just drop you off right here across the center, so you still have a chance of getting headshotted throughout this whole area, this whole like little pit. But yes, and then on to get the flag. You know, I'd probably use this sponge to get across. Up, you're right here. Run across. I'd probably use a tree as covers if there's a lot of archers. Just sort of run across and pray to God that you don't get headshotted. Even though there's a lot of cover, these trees provide a lot of cover. Anyways, fast forward a little bit, we come to here. Now, I am positively sure that nether brick is not a spawn block. Because there was a map, Skyworld, I forgot what version, but it used this as a spawn, as like what you spawn on, and it didn't provide any protection to that, so people could just like go and camp on it, and it was horrible. So I mean, that is a positive to red side. I don't know which side is the main side, but yes. So anyway, up here, as you can see, this was changed. So on the other side, it was lapis lazuli. That was a spawn block. This is not a spawn block, but it still provides ghost capping, and it's not really hard to do. Or, you know, if you're a ninja, you can just stand right here, get the flag, and throw your pearl, and it will go out and land probably right around this bridge area. Once again, vines, the walls, make it all match. You have this little hut here. Now there's the enchanting table down here. I don't know what purpose this really serves. I think this is just sort of like a abandoned house even, but you could probably camp with a flag down here, you know, soldier, medic, double medic team, and then no one could really get to you. I mean, they could just like drop down and surprise you, but I mean, there's not really any way in besides that. There is redstone ore that is glowing. Strange. But you know, if I was a soldier, I'd probably, you know, come down here, drop down here, hope to God they don't have a pyro, then like immediately climb back up, start running. I'd head down here, cross here, jump across, climb this here, rooftop, come across here, jump across the trees if people are chasing me. If not, just run right through it. Now, I haven't actually tested out the sponge in the tower, but you take a sponge to get through another sponge, and that sponge, it launches you to right here. So, you know, I could probably use that soldier, just sort of like climb up above the roof, like sort of like come in, sort of catch onto here, hit the sponge, and you get all the way over here. Come, use the sponges to get across, and you know, backtrack through there. Anyway, let's get onto here. So this is coal ore. Now, whether he knows what coal ore does or doesn't know what it does, but essentially, engineers and necros cannot place their spawners and turrets and etc. on top of it, and soldiers cannot climb out of it. Now, you know, this isn't that big of a problem. You know, it's kind of cool, so this way no one can really camp up here. But then again, you can put a turret right there and sort of camp right here with a cake and put your teleporter somewhere. Essentially, this can be a little bit better. There's a little pathways going across. But on blue side, we're back to the spawn protection blocks again. So if, you know, let's say you're going along and you get hit into here. Well, guess who's not getting out? You aren't. I mean, you could probably like go up across here, but I mean, then again, you still have to go quite a ways of backtracking before you can actually get out. Or I guess if you're a soldier, you could probably use this to wall climb out of. But yeah, couple wooden planks all over the place. Kind of serves as like abandoned floors or just wooden planks in general. A lot of random things, anvils, TNT. He does have apple heads on the tree, so these are heads. Oh, no, it's oak leaves. So you do have heads. But yes, there's another head. But I do kind of like the apple trees. However, I wish there was kind of more of them on this part, as there was on these two. I don't know if red has more. No, red's the same. So yes, that can be a problem. The center part used to be just like spawn blocks, or at least for the blue side it was, but he changed it. So I think he might be converting all blue to this blue stained clay. So that might make a big difference on this map. Now, as for details, a lot of these buildings aren't really connected. Like here, you have steep roof up, and it ends at a point. Here, you don't really get that. It's more of kind of slop, where it's up. You're up a little bit, come across, up, and then there's really not any flow or connection to these two rooftops. As well as coming down here, you know, not really the same. No holes in these things, so it doesn't look that abandoned. There's still chests. The carpet looks amazing. The ground looks amazing. Not much. It doesn't look that abandoned. So like change these up. Maybe make underground tunnels right here. Change the stuff a little bit. Overall, the map is 6 blocks thick. This is a problem. This grass. I know that they disabled it so that block, or like, how do I put this? Like decoration, or no, like grass and foliage doesn't adjust, so like saplings won't grow and stuff like that. And because of that, you get some big mess with this, as you can see right here. This should maybe make this entire archway out of stone to sort of remove that problem. This bridge down here, I don't get why it's off to the side like this. It's shifted off to the side. I don't know if there's like a big wave that came down here, but I'm pretty sure not because of this. But anyways, it's shifted off to the side. I kind of like it, kind of don't. Just because it's kind of, you have to kind of go out of your way just to get over it. It's kind of steep. I don't think you need this big of a bridge just for this little bitty waterway. This building, this house, I believe it's a house. It doesn't match these rooftops either. I'd probably stick with these main point rooftops. Just change this up. But I mean, that one doesn't really follow the code for, or the designs for these. Nor does this one. This one's just completely flat. There's a couple random blocks all over the place, make it look abandoned. Like I said, add holes. You know, for this being abandoned, the glass is really pristine. There's not really much in this house. I kind of like it like that. But maybe add some design in there. There's a little moat around this. I think this is supposed to be like maybe a watchtower, castle, stuff like that. This can be a little glitchy to get into, or a little hard to get into, I should say. So maybe we just make this a ladder. I know that, you know, sponges can be addicting, and you know they can really help you out, but you have to think about it like this. You know, how easy is it going to be for players to do this sort of stuff? As for general terrain, not that bad. You know, kind of like this, kind of suits the theme. The map is very small though. There's not a lot of cover. Not a lot of cover. I mean, you do have the trees, but then again, if you have an assassin chasing after you, guess what's happening? You're gonna get assassinated. Ninja can be a little up. It's a little small, little narrow. Center is small, really small. That's not loading. There it goes. Not loading. Anyways, this tower rooftop does not match the other ones. So general, just make the buildings look alike. Make it look like it's an actual village. Not just like a big fortress and then a couple little houses over there, a little wizard shop over there, and then a little blacksmith up there and a little watchtower. Just make it like suit your theme that you want. Pick a rooftop, stick with it. Stuff like that. Black room, generally the same. But yes. There's a couple hidden sponges all over the place, but I'm not going to go through pointing them out. Here's one that launches you right here, so you could also take that if you don't want to take this, the watchtower. Just keep going across. But yeah, overall the center is very small. It's very narrow. Now I know that his intention was probably to make this a narrow map. But the thing about narrow maps is that you're packing a lot of gameplay and a lot of fighting into a little amount of space. Now, you know, that could be a problem. It could look fun, but it is a problem. Because, you know, this is Capture the Flag. It's not hardcore games. It's not Sabotage. It's not Kit PvP. It's not Headshot. This is CTF. So, the main objective is to capture the flag. And if you have nobody can get past the center part, then you're missing the whole objective of the map. So, that can be a problem. Ooh, what if you made this as like a house? Fill in this land and put it like a house here. That'd probably suit the theme more. Make it styles like pick a rooftop and style it around that. Make big arcs around here on both sides actually, as well as cover. Add some more cover in the center. I know that's kind of hard to do with this type of map, but I mean, at least like I have like a little dome encasing around here just to prevent archers. So it means this way you give people a chance against archers halfway across the map. That I basically covered everything I wanted to talk about. So essentially, map, it could use a lot of improvement. See, there's spawn. He did get the red spawn right. I don't know why he didn't get the blue spawn. He probably thought diamond block was the spawn block. I think it is. It is on, or it's used as a spawn block on Serpent's Lair. So I guess that he's okay in that range. But then again, Lapis Lazuli, you can't do that. That's a spawn block. I don't think they're changing it anytime soon. So that's a problem. I do like the center path. Arc, change that up a little bit, make it better. Make this look more abandoned. Probably add like some moss stone, wherever you are right here. Make that moss stone change this up, make it so that it's further away from the flag and harder for ghost cappers to actually get the flag like that, or just get rid of them in general. There's graves over here. So yes, this map needs improvement, but essentially, if all the things I mentioned were added, this map could be bearable. It wouldn't be one of my favorites, but it would be at least bearable. I could at least play on it, at least capture. It kind of reminds me of Skyworld and Forgotten Civilization. I know what a pain in the butt that map was. It made me cry every single time I played it because it was so horrible. But yeah, essentially, change spawn up. Move it back further, so this way people don't, they don't like abuse spawn protection. As well as change these rooftops. People use it as a regeneration platform, and that's not really going to be fun at all to deal with. Anyways, overall, okayish map, bearable. Change a lot of things on it, make it, or improve it a lot. As for rating, here is what I kind of rated it. The general idea of this, I'd probably give this a half, just because this looks a lot like Forgotten Civilization. So yes, I do kind of like the arcs. This kind of looks like it was part of like the tribe just went up left, or was it extinct, kind of like how a lot of the not Native Americans, but like a lot of the like Incas and Mayas, that range, that sort of subgroups, looks like that. So idea is half a point. Blocks used, there's lots of cobblestone, there's grass, stone. So yes, blocks used, I'd give him 0, just because again with these spawn blocks, people will abuse them. I guarantee it that it will not take long before people realize that they can easily just, climb up on this Lapisaur, camp up here, regenerate health, and go and defend the flag or go fight and stuff like that. And that's not going to be fun. Accessibility, I'd have to give this a half, just because of this major opening and sort of the whole flag room layout. I mean, it does offer some water, so let's say a pyro's there, it does give you a little bit of immunity to sort of get out, try and get the flag. Ghost capping, I'll have to get rid of that. I don't think this is bearable. I mean, it is bearable from this distance of the flag to an exit. That's okay. Overall, it's pretty much like one straight path all the way to the other side. Even though it splits up into 2 here, it technically connects right back here. So this being very accessible, that's a problem. So I'm going to rank that down to half a point. It does offer you a way to get into the tower. It's not really that easy to get into. You have to kind of like line up right on the sponge, because if you're just like walking in, you're gonna have to try and like maneuver your way in while you're being flung up. Here, that sponge launches you here. This sponge launches you across the map, or at least across the center. So accessibility, half a point. Could use better. The flow and the layout. Generally, I think most of the action will happen in the center area. No, that's common with most maps. The overall layouts, the center is very small. Maybe add like big like half moon crescent shapes right here that come all the way along and connect to right here. And then add like lots of cover there. Maybe add some trees there, kind of like how Skyworlds does it. So this way it gives some people a chance. I mean, you can still get headshotted trying to land on the sponge or even being flung in midair. Because I've had that happen to me. It's not fun. I don't like getting auto banned for being headshotted or insta killed in midair. So fix that up. So flow and layout, I'd probably give them a half. You know, fix the center, fix the spawn. That kind of goes with accessibility, but fix the spawn, fix this, the overall stuff. Maybe makes spawn's a little bearable, although there's only like one major way up. Or no, there's actually a couple. So anyway, you have to access it from the center to get up onto the second floor, which is used by these stairs. Come across here, get in. However, you could probably see people coming through these little bitty holes. So that's kind of a good idea, kind of not. Come in here, you can use these sponge things. Personally, I wouldn't have it so that they have to go down this far just to get launched up. I just put the sponge right there and have them so they just pretty much like walk onto it and they get flung up already. I do kind of see his purpose with this because sponges can go through half blocks like this. I mean, it'll still launch if half slabs are on top of it. But flow and layout, half point, class bias. Now, we all know what ghost capping is, or at least most of us do. It's throwing a pearl, trying to get the flag, and then next thing you know, you're teleported like halfway across the map, evading most of the defense and as well as all the recappers. Or the recoverers, whichever term you choose. So I could see ninja being a big problem here, archers being a big problem here, but that's typical for most maps. However, you can always change that up. Not like Hourglass though. That map is that makes me cry too. But anyway, archers, I mean ninjas, we could probably like aim your pearl to come up here. Next thing you know, you like drop down here, hit the sponge, go find a cross, or better yet, like work your way across, hit right here, throw your pearl again, and next thing you know, you're all the way at the other side. So that does not sound fun. So class biasy, I'd have to give him half a point, just because I mean the ghost cappers, you can at least fix it. Maybe add the entrances from the sides, or side entrances too, and maybe get rid of this front one, because if I were a ninja and I didn't ghost cap, I'd at least like sort of come right here and throw my ender pearl and sort of like run away while my pearl takes time to land somewhere over here. Hopefully I don't take any damage, then go for after that, and then I have some guy after me. Random teleporters seem to be a problem. Anyways, class biasy, half point. Flaws. Spawn block, that's a flaw. Oh my gosh, she's bringing everybody. Spawn blocks, that's a problem. Up here, that's a problem. Flaws, I'd give them 0. Center's a big flaw. A lot of design flaws. Could be a lot better in that things. Originality, I'd give him half. No, wait. Well, the overhang, that's kind of a bit overused. Originality, I'd give him 1 because I mean it is unique in a sense. However, you just need to make it better, you know, all that sort of stuff, increase that stuff. So I think I'm gonna end the video here. What's a good place to end the video? We will do it in the tower. Actually, we'll do it in the wizard hut. Whatever, it's cool. And I'll go on and explain to these guys that I'm doing a video and that they are interrupting and they're being really noobish. So let's go to the magician's house, whatever the heck you want to call it, with an enchanting table down here. Anyways, this has been Explosion 99, and the map is not Forgotten Civilization, Abandoned Village. They're two alike. It's by RyanKolaini. Cologne. Sorry if I butcher your name. It's pretty bad. Anyways, if you like this map, if you think it should be added into rotation, right now, right this instant, you know, no hands down, best map ever, then like the video. This will help show that the map maker, you know, at least made a great map, and it should be added. You know, just like if you think it needs more improvement, so this way you let the creator, map builder, know that she needs to work on their map more, make it more better, and fix up what I just said. So this is getting tongue twisted here. This is not Forgotten Civilization. This is Abandoned Village by RyanKolaini. Hopefully I did pronounce that correct. Anyway, this has been Explosion 99. Thanks for watching, and bye.